In 1872, a strange creature was found on the ceiling of a room owned by Mark Twain, who jumped up and grabbed it and threw it into the sea. Ever since, the creature has remained in the sea, scared of being grabbed again, and today we call this strange creature the lobster. Not much was known about the lobster until a scientist contacted Morgan Freeman, who knows everything about everything, and asked Morgan Freeman about lobsters. He said, "Lobsters are amazing creatures." After the discovery that lobsters were amazing thanks to Morgan Freeman, scientists took studying lobsters seriously for the first time ever in human history. This was only last week, so we still don't know that much about them, but I'll tell you what we do know. Some people think that they are buying and eating lobsters from stores, but this is not true. A lobster, you see, will, just before being caught, make a clone of itself. The clone is genetically identical except for having no memory of Mark Twain. So the clone will let itself get caught, preserving the original lobster, who there is in fact only one of. Some clones don't get caught, and that's why there's so many lobsters in the sea today. Also, sometimes there's variations and mutations in the clones, and that's why there's different looking lobsters in the seas as well. Lobsters can also travel using quantum wormholes. This ability was discovered just 2 days ago by Stephen Colbert, that actor guy. He didn't want any credit, so history will forget him. Bonehead move, Stephen. Colbert was about to make lobster soup when he turned his back. The lobster had vanished. The only answer? Quantum wormholes. Quantum wormholes were theorized by Abraham Lincoln way back when, but he never wrote about it, so all we have is his neighbor's account of it, passed down from one family member to the next. The story of Abe is known to only one man, who said that he was the descendant of the man who lived next to Abraham Lincoln. Why would anyone make up such a story? Clearly, we have to take this as being fact. Anyways, Abraham Lincoln figured out quantum wormholes, and this is good enough for us. So, lobsters can, in essence, time travel. It is this fact that allowed Stephen Hawking to recently come up with the theory of everything. Although he has yet to publish it, in his computer voice he told us that he was thinking very, very hard. We quote him, "I'm thinking very, 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 very hard about publishing my theory of everything. But it will change everything." We asked him, what about the lobsters? But then he took off in that chair of his. That thing moves pretty fast. We weren't able to keep up. We might be a little bit out of shape. Our research would have ended then and there if it hadn't been for Conan O'Brien, who we happened to bump into. Conan said that he and Stephen Hawking got drunk one night after one of his shows. He then proceeded to tell us a story that we can't repeat here. It was rather disgusting. We're sick of Conan O'Brien now. He's a horrible, horrible person. Anyways, he did tell us what Stephen Hawking had said that night. He said, and I quote, Stephen Hawking, in his robot voice, which was a little bit slurred because he was drunk, said, "Lobsters prove everything." Well, piecing all the pieces of the puzzle together, we have deduced that lobsters time traveled back into time and caused the universe. So, it seems that lobsters are in fact the cause of everything. And this is all thanks to Mark Twain. If he hadn't plucked that lobster off the ceiling and thrown it into the ocean, we wouldn't know anything about this, and that lobster would still be crawling around on the ceiling, I guess. So the next time you eat a lobster or even think about lobsters, realize that there's just clones of one lobster who exists somewhere in the seas, still not found so far, who was thrown there by Mark Twain ages and ages ago. Of course, this is all just recent knowledge, so we might get a few things wrong. Only time will tell. But we do know this one undeniable fact that we can tell you about lobsters. Lobsters exist.